Hi Priyanshi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Hi, Kriti. It is so nice. Thank you so much to invite me for the interview. I'm glad that you invited me.
I'm so glad as well. Thank you. Thanks for coming. So, what's happening around?
Oh, so nowadays, so much things are happening in my business, and you are aware about it. I'm into a launch of masterclass, and so I'm working endlessly. Right nowadays, my sleep cycles, my eating cycles, and everything is disturbed. Everything is disturbed, and I mean it. I don't work this way, but this 15 days are actually going on in this manner. I would not recommend this to anybody, but yeah, this 15 days for me are like very endless working kind of.
Okay, wish you all the best for your upcoming masterclass. We will talk
Thank you
about
so
it
much.
in the interview as well.
Yeah.
Let me begin with a short introduction of you. Priyanshi Sikchi is a chartered accountant by profession turned business coach by choice. She has also worked with Deloitte as a consultant for a few months. Currently, she is working in an MNC as a manager and creator for her own coaching business. She is a coach for coaches who helps beginner coaches to create and sell their coaching programs using the power of Instagram. She helps coaches and aspiring coaches to not only create their signature offer but also help them grow on Instagram. If you are a coach or aspiring coach, very soon she's coming with a free masterclass as well as we are talking now, in which she's going to talk about three biggest mistakes coaches make because of they are not able to find, convert and earn from their ideal clients. Also, she will talk about Instagram magnet strategies. So book your slots now and reach out to her on Instagram. I will drop all the details in the description below. A warm welcome to you, Priyanshi, on Journey Teachers.
Thank you so much for that introduction. And like literally, you have explained everything about me. So I have to not add anything. Thank you for that, Kriti. It was very nice and very brief introduction. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you liked it. Thank you for that appreciation. Okay, so the first question for you is most people will often say, and that's true as well, you are basically the coach for the coaches. So that is you are the head coach, if I'm, yeah. So how do your management people who are coaches themselves come to you for advice based on establishing their business? How and why do coaches choose you as a coach?
Okay, so Kriti, first of all, there is no term as head coach because coaches even do the barter thing. Like if you are a meditation coach and I am a business coach, so I can help you set your business coaching and you can help me with my meditation, right? So it is never a like head coach because coaches need coaches and every coach has their coaches, so coaches need coaches, and this is a like misconception for of many coaches that we are a coach, why do we approach to somebody? So that is not the correct way because there are so many segments to a life, and in one segment you can be perfect but in the other segment you need hand holding, and that's the reason you need coaches. The other question you asked what was that how and why people reaches to me, coaches reaches to me. So how they reach is Instagram, because I am active only on Instagram and my website. But my website is under construction now. Matlab we are doing everything on my website. So right now everybody is coming through Instagram. And why do they come to me? Because we take so many coaching courses. And what happens now? There is so much general things coming over, so there are coaches, they are great. They are great in their experiences. They have done so much for themselves. But what happens is if they are giving you a guidance which is strategies and templates, so that is possibly that might not work for you. Like something can work for a health coach, but not for a business coach. So general templates don't work. And my program is about customization. I customize the program for the person, and why I do so? Because one strategy can work for Kriti, but not for Priyanshi. Okay. And It's not that I know all the strategies and I throw around strategies, but what I do is I work with the coach to check that if strategy is working for them or not, and then I tweak it if it is not working for them. So it is a customized plan basically, which will help and handhold them and keep them accountable. And that is the reason they come to me. Yeah, this is what I can say.
Very well explained, I must say. So the next question is, how did you enter all the way from being a CA to the coaching industry, and what inspired you? And tell us something about you being working with the Deloitte and leaving the job to enter this coaching industry.
So I'll tell you, there's a funny thing about Deloitte that I was very dumb when I was in 11th standard, that I did not know what to choose. Like you see, you are a student, but you are aware what you're doing. I was not. I was like, whatever my father will say, I'll choose the subject and I'll choose the profession. And he wanted me to choose commerce maths and then go for CA. And unfortunately, I cleared CA foundations in first go.
Unfortunate.
So yeah, as in, I'm not regretting the journey. I love being called CA. I have never removed it from the title. I use it like with gracefully. But the thing is that when I say unfortunately, what I mean is that I have not chosen it by myself. My father chose it for me, and then after completing CA, there are only generally two options with a CA. They either do their own practice, they start their practice, professional practice, or they go for jobs. There are very few CAs who would go for some startups or some businesses or something like that. If you like, it's some patterns, For engineering student, they go for job and startups. So in CA, there is a pattern like job and practice, professional practice. So that's how I cracked the interview of Deloitte and went there. But when I went there, it was the month of May, and Mumbai in May is the time when so much of hotness. And here in Indore, we have a very nice climate all the time. So that was a change which happened first. Second, the conveyance part of Mumbai, the traveling part of Mumbai was so hectic, and my job was not a desk job. I had to travel. I was into internal audits, and so I have to go from Andheri to Borivali to Goregaon or to Thane or to Virar, and all the time I was traveling in May. And I got like I would get the panic attacks, I would get the homesickness and all stuff. And then I realized that maybe I can settle in after few months. After few months I was settling, but then I realized this is not the life I want to live for rest of my life, because I can do something from Indore itself and I can create an impact. Now, living the job from Deloitte was not that time I did not choose coaching industry. I came back and again joined a coaching firm that was a mediocre coaching firm. Coaching industry happened in lockdown. When lockdown started, I realized that I need three things from always. I am just connecting the dots. From always, I needed these three things, this three I's, which is I for income, second I for impact, and third I is for image. I always dreamt of this. I always dreamt of this, that these three things must be in my pocket. So income can be if you are doing a job, impact can be if you join some NGO or something, and image is very subjective. You can go to Bollywood and be a celebrity, or you can be in intellectual world and create your image. But blending these three, I found coaching was the best industry. So this way coaching industry started, and coaching industry's journey started, and it started giving me the purpose. So this is how it
It
started.
was actually very interesting to listen to your story. I'm really fascinated.
Oh, I am glad that you liked it.
Yeah. So, what is the difference between a coach and a consultant, and what all which you have learned from your corporate experience is helping you now?
Okay, so coach and consultants are two different people altogether. There are terminologies thrown on them that consultants are coaches or coaches are consultants. But coaches are someone, they are not giving you a decision. They are never giving you decision. If you'll talk about me, I can tell you that for your brand and personality, this color might look good. But I'll not tell you that this is the color you will have to use for your brand. No, I'll not tell you that. I'll just show you the direction to choose things for yourself. And consultants are those who figure out the solution for you. So if you are into a portfolio management, so whosoever is advisor, that is consultant. And coach is one who will tell you that you should maximize your wealth by doing this, you should take these steps. So like spoon feeding is not done by coach, and I'm not a consultant is doing the spoon feeding. It is his job to give you solutions. So they too are different people and their jobs are very different, and this is how I can explain it. Yeah, I have learned one thing from my Deloitte experience, and that was that I how kind of manager I don't want to be. Because I have been under a manager who was always uh, giving impractical deadlines and then creating a pressure. Generally, we have heard this thing that managers always give impractical deadlines to complete the things. But here I have learned one thing, that the impractical deadline thing is fine. But when you do things wrong, they are not there to explain how to do it correctly. They are there to just say that it should not have been done in this way. So I felt like somewhere that I don't want to be this. Second, I have learned from corporate altogether. Now also I'm in a corporate. So altogether, how to manage a team well. And that plays a very, very interesting role in like to manage clients as well. When you talk to your clients, to prospects on strategy calls and all, then that is very helpful because you have the experience of interacting with people. It's not that you have decided to do something and then you have to learn something, because this is in your genes, no, that you are doing it from a long time. So this is not the thing you have to learn. You have to learn other many other things. Is you're not good at technology and many other things, but this is one thing you are good at. So this part is sorted.
Yeah, absolutely. So, how can one build a personal brand and recognize the brand message that one wants to convey? What are the elements involved in the same?
Okay, so personal branding is very, very close to me. Like, I think every person should build his brand. It's not necessary that they should be Instagram creator or content creator, but personal branding just depicts your values and strengths. So, if you ask me what is your brand standing for, so I'll say that for me, my strength is my confidence, and my values are that I like to be original. It's integrity and originality. These two things, you can curate things but you cannot copy things. Okay, and the third value is that accessibility. I want to be accessible from with like in I should be available to my clients whenever they need me, because it is a virtual world and they should not feel like I am not available for them when they are overwhelmed as well. In coaching industry, you get burned out very soon, so your client should feel that you are caring enough. So these are the values I stand for. And if you'll see, I when I show up in stories, this is the way I portray myself, that my personal brand should represent. Or in any message I'm giving over, mindset is one thing I always talk about. So personal brand, elements of personal brand, if you want to find what is your personal brand stands for, you must know your strengths and your values, which you cannot compromise in any way. Anything happen, what may come, but these values you'll not compromise. If these two things, you know that you'll stand out in your brand, in personal branding. So this is what I say. The colors, logos, and all are the one thing to create a brand recall, but this is one thing I think personal branding stands for. Yeah.
Related question around colors, logos is coming next. How to get started and grow on Instagram as a content creator, deciding onto the theme and the colors and the content strategies, engagements, and all of that.
This is all any Instagram marketer or agencies which would teach people, or a digital marketer would teach people. But if to say, if anybody is to start a content creator journey, then I would say first know your audience. And how. So first you should know that what are your skills right? And what you'll talk about. So, topic, audiences, and your skills. Blending this three should only come out in the content strategy. And when I talk about content strategy, there should be content strategy. There should be four focus areas in your content strategy. Let's go deeper. If you're a wealth, no, if you're a wellness coach, I should say, if you're a wellness coach, you must have your four core areas. If I say basic exercises, dieting, meditation, and body positivity. So whenever you put a content piece, that should be the blending of this four or one of the four or anything mythbuster or anything about this four. And also this four can have sub pillars. Like if you say basic diet, so basic diet can have what are the like part of this basic diet. And if exercise you say, then yoga is better or weightlifting is better and all kind of stuff. So it can open the layers, but this four should be the things. You cannot get up one day and talk about confidence. You can, but if you relate it to your core pillar, because people need to know what you stand for. Because one day if Kriti finds my page and I'm talking about confidence, she liked the post and she followed me, and the next 10 days, she waited for my other post for confidence, but I'm talking about something else, time management, positivity, something else. So it will be a like a showstopper for her that it's not the working. I have to unfollow this person. So this is how it works.
Yeah, okay. Further monetizing it to build the income stream as well, how to identify the target audience and generate leads from Instagram.
I would not be able to explain the exact lead magnet thing because that would be I would not be able to explain it on words. But
You
first thing
can give a
first,
gist of it. Yeah.
yeah, first thing first, what I would like to tell you is start building connections, start building engagement, find your target audience, go on their page, check what they are posting, check how they are posting, what are their ideal behaviors, and engage with them. And don't feel shy in texting them as well. You can text them, you can build a relation. It's not that your first message should be you're doing this wrong and I have my services to sell you. No, you can just talk to them. How are you, how is business going, and then create space for your program. And the genuineness should be that you should be there just to, you should know in your heart that if this person paid to you, you will create an impact, you will create a transformation. It should not only be to fill your bank account, it should be to create genuine transformation. So this is one kind of funnel you can use, that is engagement strategy. The other one goes by opt-in forms and all. Whenever you go on Instagram, there is some opt-in forms where they choose to have some freebie, and if you fill in, then your email is captured, and then you can just run the email sequences and all. So this is kind of things you can use for your Instagram to monetize.
Yeah, all right. I really liked the first point how you said that you need to provide actual value to the clients.
True. Because any which ways, coaches are expected to show care and not to show as if you are there earning opportunity. Not.
Yeah, absolutely. So, rather a different question now. What are your thoughts on like using the max limit of 30 hashtags on Instagram and posting content regularly, literally on each and every platform like some of the aspiring coaches do?
Okay. So Kriti, it is controversial topic, but I would say that hashtags are like working differently for different people. It
Exactly.
cannot be thrown generally. If people are saying, then I don't know how they are doing that. But there's no clear guidance from Instagram that 15 hashtags are enough or 30 hashtags are enough. It's like if you're for me, I think if you use 30 hashtags, if that's working for you, do that. If you use 15 and that's working for you, that's great. I'll tell you, my highest working post had zero hashtag.
Oh
So I
my
don't know
God.
how the algorithm works. I don't know. I literally don't know. And I'll tell you, nobody knows. Nobody knows. They are just doing hit and trial for themselves. And I'll tell you that you can do one thing, that if you have relevant hashtags, 30 relevant hashtags as per your niche, as per the content piece you have given, as per the industry of your niche, and all that. If you have 30, put 30. But if there are only 8 to 10 or 15, then don't use irrelevant hashtags, because that will not boost your post. That will in fact reduce the reach. So only use relevant hashtags. Don't use unnecessary. If you're posting a wealth post and you're keeping the hashtag motivation, then it does not work that. It will not work that way. So only use the relevant hashtags and do trial and error. What works for you, what does not. And I could not find the one, because to be honest, I'm saying, as I said, my top running post was without hashtag. So
This is
yeah,
really surprising
yeah. And the second thing you asked was that do every
about all the
platform should be
platforms.
yeah. So my opinion here is very blunt, that if you are a one man army, so you cannot work everywhere conveniently. And if you are not from a marketing background, if you are not from some digital marketing background, because daily creating graphics for Instagram is different, Pinterest is different, their resolutions are different, and then creating it for Twitter is different. Twitter is a code based thing. Creating for that, and YouTube is altogether another level, because you need long format videos there. I'm not saying that it does not increase your reach. It will do if you will create consistently all the way. But what happens now, while focusing on all the platforms, what happens? We tend to reduce the quality of everywhere. So if that is happening now, then don't burden yourself by everything. So what I'm saying is that you should check for yourself. If you're not feeling burnt out and quality is not suffering, then go for it. But if the quality is suffering, then you should only focus on one or two applications. Because I did that mistake. I was on Instagram, I was on YouTube, I was on Facebook page, I was on Facebook group. I created Facebook community, and I also did WhatsApp groups. So all this messed up. All this messed up, and ultimately I had to focus only on one platform, and that is Instagram. So right now my focus is that, and I am saying this with personal experiences, because people have few difficulties in posting everywhere. You can repurpose your content. Do one thing instead of this posting everywhere. That every content piece you are creating for any platform have the image version and scripted version of that saved somewhere, so you can repurpose the content somewhere other time.
Absolutely. But when the client asks for the same, like the needful of posting on all the platforms, then
Yeah.
one cannot deny. What are the benefits and the need of being niche specific?
Niche, see, for coaching industry, niche and micro niche is the most important thing. I don't know about other content creators, because comedians can do larger things. They can focus on youth and millennials and kids at the same time. But in coaching industry, it's like you have to micro niche to excel in your work. So what happens is, if you don't micro niche, you are talking to no one. When you talk to everyone, you're talking to no one, and people don't understand that what is she doing. And messages like, I like your content, but what do you do exactly, comes to you, and that is very annoying. So focusing on your niche is very important in coaching industry,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
freelancing as well. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So, how do you customize the signature offer for each individual client, and what are the ingredients in the same?
Ingredients are definitely the like main जो भी उनका topic, the niche they decide. In the first 2 weeks we talk about foundations. So whatever the core pillars of their foundations are, those are general strategies, but we work together every week to change and see for them that what is working for them, what is not working for them, and tweaking the things and playing around together. They more of a accountability thing, because showing showing up is responsibility of the client, right? so that they can create the engagement. And also the signature offer is mostly consists of foundational work, marketing work, and business planning work, branding, positioning, and ultimately creating offer and launching it. After client services are also included in that offer. And it's about why it is customized, because everything does not work for everybody. So it is customized for a particular niche. Wellness coach can't use the same strategy as a wealth coach. So this is how it is different. Yeah.
So, what are the mistakes you advise them to avoid and suggestions for them accordingly, as per your experience?
One thing I always believe that I have done mistake of is not working on foundations enough. So I try, if generally what happens is 2 weeks we go for foundations. But if still you are not clear with foundations, I don't like to do the mistake of running fast in this weeks. Third week also you do foundational work, but don't start running unless and until you are clear with your foundations. You should not start running, and most of the coaches does this mistake. I have done that. And yeah, it's not like that you will know everything from the first day, not possible. But at least you should have the clarity in your mind, at least from the day one. Otherwise what will happen now, your chance of burning out would be more than the person who has cleared their foundation,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So one thing is this, that foundations. And the second thing is, like, don't do something because others are doing. Do something which you like to do, which your brand represents. So this is second thing I ask my clients to not do mistake at. Yeah.
This is nice because suggestions and advices to them from an experienced coach really matters.
Thank
So
you.
let us know your about your first upcoming free masterclass on how to attract, convert, and earn from your ideal clients as coach. I obviously don't want to spill all the beans here itself, but give us some idea on how to actually find one's ideal client and keep them stick to us.
Okay, so my masterclass will be about, okay, it's my 4 parameter formula. It's my 4 parameter formula which I have used for me and I'm using it for my clients to generate leads. Okay, and which will include so many things. And also, second, my content creation strategy. How do I create a piece of content? As I said, you 4 pillars, but how does that work and everything around that? I'll be talking about that. And the third thing is the exact lead magnet funnels which you can run on your Instagram. So these 3 things are which I'll talk about in the masterclass. Now when you say let's talk about it, that how to do that, then I'm thinking the engagement strategy of reaching to our ideal clients, and then my most of the sales happened in DM. So as you know that it is my first masterclass and first launch of the program. So whatever sales I have done in DMs. I've reached out to people, connected, and then explained them the results I can give them by the program, and this is how it happens. So this is the best strategy anybody can take home. Yeah.
Yeah, we are really looking forward to this. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
how do you manage being a one man army, the time management, the consistency, dedication, where all this come from?
Okay, I'll lie if I say I am one man army even now, because it was for most of my business. But now when the business is growing, I'm sitting in my husband's office. So this is home office of my husband, and I work here. And the articles, because my husband is also a CA, so he has articles, and they do my most of the works nowadays. Because the business is growing, I take help from them. And very soon I am going to, like, have a person, like a staff in the coaching program. So I would be lying if I say one man army I am right now. But yeah, most of my business I was one man army, and the dedication only came because I knew that this is the real direction I need to go in. And also, there's one quote I would like to say, which always, like, was with me always. APJ said that it's not dreams are not the one which you see when you're sleeping. Dreams are the one which don't let you sleep. So this is one thing which is very constant for me. I always wanted to do something like that, and when I saw that this is the industry where I can do that, as I said, your three eyes. So when I realized this, then I was sure that whatever come the way, I have to pass it. And yeah, this is the reason that the dedication is coming from there. Yeah.
This is so inspiring. I'm really
It
motivated to
actually
hear
it is,
this.
it's for everybody, I guess. Whosoever is working for their passion now, it's mostly the story of everybody that the only thing is not stopping them is their dream.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what is the importance of networking and building relations with other coaches, especially in this industry?
In this industry, I'll tell you, network is really network. And collaboration over competition is only the thing you can survive by. If you think that you are good enough in everything and you don't need to build relations, then one day you will like be left alone and you'll not get better opportunities for sure. Because what happens, coaches when grow together, then they create their own platforms of where they can bring all the army. And if you are a wellness coach, you can talk about wellness, and I'm a business coach, I can talk about a business. This is the scalability after a level. So if you have not created that relation with anybody, so you will never be able to scale up. And that is not we are here for. We want to scale up, right? So nowadays, this is the pattern of the coaching industry, and always, pretty, it's always there that nobody can. India is a vast country, right? Even if it's not India, anywhere there is so much of opportunities for everybody. Everybody has their share of profitability can come to them. So it's never like that your colleague is taking your client. It's only if you build relation you'll scale up. So you should not think like if I'm a business coach and somebody else is a business coach, then we cannot collaborate because my client will go to them. No, if they want to go, they will go any which ways.
So well said. It's absolutely right that we network is really net worth, not only in this industry but everywhere.
Yeah, generally everywhere, but in this industry, it is a prerequisite, I think.
Yes. Okay. So I would also like you to talk some of the marketing strategies you teach and help coaches with.
See, marketing strategy, I would say one thing coaches are not doing that because they are treating it as their passion project and not their business. So what they're doing wrong is that they don't have a marketing plan, right? Where they have the income goals with them, where they have the client goals, where they have the marketing plan and everything for next 3 months and for next 1 year. So they must have that plan ready with them. They should do their market research as well. They should do their competition research as well, because that somehow will give them clarity. So one marketing strategy is have a business and market plan. This is the best advice anybody can give you because coaches are not doing that. Coaches don't have the marketing plan generally. They work without any business plan, business document. They don't have anything. So yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, also, how do you help coaches with the packaging, pricing, and selling their services? And what all services do you provide to them?
So it is very different for different coach. It cannot be like explained how it happens because first of all, pricing strategy depends on the coach. So like what kind of service they will give. It is one-on-one program or one-on-one sessions. Will it be a master class or will it be like in general was discovery calls? So everything is different and the pricing of everything depends on that. But one thing I can tell every coaches, which I have done the mistake of that from first call you don't expect to convert. You should have your beta strategies as well, because in freelancing industry beta services are very well known, but in coaching industries people think that their time is valuable and they need to be paid from first day. Then that does not happen. So it might happen, but you can just hop on a call for free as well. You can check your strategies and you can uh, tweak it if required and everything like that. So yeah.
Yeah, all right. Also, you have also been working as a manager with the service management center at Indore, right? So, what are the qualities of a good manager to manage and run the team well?
I don't know I'm a good manager or not, but one thing for sure that I don't give impractical deadlines. As I said, I knew one thing in my head that this is not what I want to do. And if someday it is a requirement of time that it has to be done, and there is no limit for me as well because I also have manager. So it is corporate, right? Everybody has a manager. So if there is a deadline on me, and then I make sure that I work with my subordinates, and I just don't give them the impractical deadlines. I work with them that how to complete it, and let's do it. And we don't have time, and we have to stop other all things. I tell them that let's do it. The regular work we can do it another time, and we can do it today together. Also, one thing what I do is that I don't like. I do scold them, but I do appreciate them when they are doing something exceptionally good. Yeah, I tell them that. Yeah, one thing is no one is perfect. So I have few flaws which are like some technological difficulties I face in few things which my subordinates are good at. So I'm not like that I am restricted that I am your boss and I cannot learn from you. So this is one thing I think every manager should accept it, that you can learn from your juniors. It's not that you cannot. I'll tell them that please teach me this. I don't know this, and let's go for it. The friendly environment is always better than having a deadline environment. Yeah.
Who said you are not a good manager?
I'm not because I have to work on that now, still. But yeah, I have few values that this is not this I cannot compromise. Yeah.
Your values are really amazing. Impractical deadlines, learning from the juniors. It's really amazing.
Thank you so much, Kriti. That means a lot.
So, what all platforms do you use to batch create the content for your host website or for the masterclass which is coming soon? From building to designing to selling.
So this is there's two things. One is Trello and one is Airtable, which I use for my tracking thing and keeping the content thing. Also, Google Docs are best, and yeah, obviously for emails and all Flowdesk. So this is few things I use right now. I'm not very technologically smart, so this question I cannot say in details. But yeah, these are few things I'm working on, so I can tell that. Yeah. I'm only good in Excel. I can rate myself great in Excel, but other things I am just very technologically dumb. Yeah.
Don't say that because Excel is also something which everybody do not know really well. So yeah.
But it because that's not their job requirement. And for me, most of my life that was my job requirement, and that's why I know that. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think are some of the drawbacks or the setbacks of the coaching in programs that are often unseen, and subsequently what are the advantages?
Many coaching programs, the coach is very experienced. The coach is very nice. Heads off to them. They have so much of experience. But what happens? You cannot choose somebody for their experiences because I'm not saying that in a wrong manner. I'm saying it in a very right manner. That at times what happens? You have a limited a balance in your account. And for a coach who is very experienced, their normal programs will also cost you much, right? So to start your journey, to start if you want their experiences now, then do internship under them. Don't pay just because they are. You can join their communities. You can learn from them like on free values. But this is the what like I think this is a drawback of many coaching. And I'll not lie, everybody wants to reach that level that their 1 hour of coaching should give them return of 50K. So everybody wants to reach that level. But the only thing for beginner coaches is that they don't know best practices yet. So if they will pay 50K for just 1 hour, then it will harm them because they will not be able to pay for some handholding or accountability courses then. This is what I say. This is nowadays the what happens. You don't get handholding, and then because I have done that mistake, and this is why I'm very close to this thing that I think coaching programs should not be general. If you are a beginner coach, you should have somebody who is you know uh, picking you up again from your overwhelm. So you have to have a coach like that, and I have Meher from for that sake. Yeah.
Yes, and what are the advantages?
Okay, advantages are that they are most amazing coaches there. They are very experienced. They have because nowadays coaching industry is at boom. But when there was no coaching industry known in India, they were then there. So they know many ups and downs. So many coaching programs are so much built with so much of experiences in them, so much value in them that you learn from those that person in immensely, and their quality of life is the most important thing. The way they are, the way they have built their lives, so and they are so kind still. So something to learn from coaches who have coaching programs since a time. And in general, what coaching programs advantage are that they transform the life. So there is no price to transformation. It is
Absolutely, it's
priceless.
priceless. Yes. Okay, so I think this was all about the business, but people may forget that you started as a life coach as well. What is your general perspective on how the quality of life should be, and is there any defined way to live and love life?
Okay, so I started as a life coach because, as I said, I was not clear on my foundation, and the one thing I was good at was giving, helping, and advising my people around in their life decision. So I jumped on as a life coach, and when you say life, how to live a quality of life, then mm, by living it, yeah. There's no formula to have the quality of life, and that is only to have everything. Don't think that today I need to only focus on my business and you pass 5 years to just build your business. Or today I have to only study and I cannot give time to my family. Bring harmony. Matlab, if you'll do like that, then always you will choose something. You will choose this or this. You'll not be like this and this. So that is quality of life. Spend time with family as well, and do business as well. So for girls, I would say it's not that always you have to keep the family first. And for boys, I would say it's not always you have to keep the business first. You can manage both the things. So manage it. Yeah.
Both should go hand in hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how can one forget the past and like free of all the tensions, miseries, and negative thoughts? Just live and enjoy to the fullest.
Kriti, to be honest, it is a very if I'll give answer to this, it will be very general because if you have the past traumas, very big traumas, and few have the traumas which are small, but for them it is big. So giving answer to this would be wrong for them. But one thing is for sure, which things are not in our control now, right now, we must forget that. Why? Because it is any which way is not doing anything right now. No, we cannot change it. So it's now in our hands that to this event we need to respond or to react, right? As Jack Canfield says, that if there is an event which is uncontrollable, you either respond or you react. If you respond, then outcome is negative, and if you respond, the outcome is positive, and if you react, then the outcome is negative. So you will have to choose that for yourself, and you can come by out of past only by time if there is some very big thing happened then. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that is absolutely in their control, and we can only talk about in general.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so how do you manage to keep the professional and personal life different and not mix and carry the workload and thoughts from one to another?
Basically, as I said, I am working in my home office. So my home is just behind the doors. So it's not possible. It's never possible to any for anybody to keep them separate. But the only thing you should make possible is that the tension of business should stay in the office and the tension of home should stay in the home. It should not come here and there. Because if it happens, then the quality of life will definitely not improve. And also, you will start creating tension for everybody. So don't try to mix them that way. But don't try to also create a balance like you have taken a weighing machine and you want it to be like completely balanced. It's not happening. It's not, it will not never happen. So if you want to give time to office, give it and have your set priorities. That for this 15 days, I want to be sitting only in this office. I cannot go again and again at my home. Like I'll have to sit here. And if I don't, I'll pass the deadlines. So yeah, this is how it happens.
All right. So, what place should one give to dreams and ambitions in one's life, and are they the basis of life?
Uh, it should be, but it's not always that things happen your way. So it should not be the basis of your life. Life should go on, and you should find solutions to the things on the go. You should plan few things, but you should not get into the loop of planning. Planning at surface level is fine, but planning very deeply and then get affected by it deeply and then struggling outcome to come out of it deeply, it's not worth it. So yeah, this would be my answer.
Yeah, okay. So, one should plan but accept whatever comes.
Yeah, go by the flow. Yeah, trust the process.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you are almost in the end of your 20s, and what advice would you like to give to people entering their 20s?
Oh my God, you made me sound like I'm an old person now. And
No,
I have to
you are
start
an
giving advice.
experienced person.
No, not yet. But yeah, okay. If you ask me what advices I would give to people in 20s is let's start reading because I have developed that habit very late. And that is one thing which I think is very much required. First thing is this. Second thing is when you start earning, start saving. Because if you want to build an empire, if you want to have savings, then you will regret what you have spent on many things which you were just having giving you temporary pleasures. So yeah. And the third thing is don't complicate your career. Go by the flow. Don't like see, I have done CA and now I'm changing it. So it never goes according to the plan, right? So if you're complicating things, then that is not helping you. Just go by the flow, enjoy the process, and live the life because 20s never return.
Absolutely, so true and very well said. So, lastly, what is your perspective on one's passion can be one's profession?
See, one's passion can be should be their profession. But if they are like aware what the passion is like overrated, I think, the term passion. Because people are not aware what their passion is. So if you are a painter, if you like to paint, then you know what your passion is. Then definitely you should go for the business which includes this. But if when you're not sure what your passion is, then find your strengths, your interest, what you like to learn, what you like to teach, what you like to do, and then try finding a thing which you will be passionate about working on that. It might not be your passion, but you will be passionate on working about that. So passion can turn into profession only when you know your passion, right? So you should not anybody. That's why I said that nobody should complicate the career. That what is my passion? What is my passion? It should not happen that way because on you cannot know everything in the starting. You can never know because today I'm talking to coaches. Maybe after a few years I will talk to industrialists if that comes my way, and if that is the passion, or that is the passionate project for that time. So don't complicate things, just work on that and do everything with passion. Don't just search your passion if you don't have one. If you have one, you should go for that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So how did you find this interview?
I love the questions you had. I love the way you asked, and your voice is beautiful. I had to say that because, uh, yeah, it is so nice listening to your voice. It's very nice that. And questions were very interesting. It like took everything from heart and mind. Everything came out like that. You have framed it in that way that you know me now, and I think you know me better now.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much.
It's nice to interact to like-minded people. I just like it. Thank you
I
for
love
inviting me, and thank you for believing that I am worth it. So thank you, and it was nice
it's
having you.
my humble pleasure to get you here.
Well, no, thank you so much.